The film begins with a scene of a beekeeper named Adam Clay working with his hives. He rents a space in a barn from a woman named Eloise Parker under a lease agreement. She invites him to dinner that evening. Eloise works as the director of a charitable organization. During her work, she receives a message that her computer has been infected. She calls the number provided in the notification. The head of one of the fraudulent call centers, named Mickey Garnett, tells her that she needs to install a new version of their antivirus. With the help of malicious software, the scammers steal $2 million from Eloise's accounts. Meanwhile, Adam, having prepared a jar of honey as a gift, arrives for dinner at Eloise's house. There, the man discovers that the hostess is no longer alive. He is detained by an FBI agent who arrived to visit her mother, named Verona. On the computer, the girl sees her mother's depleted savings and pension accounts. Adam is released as there are no traces of gunpowder on his hands, and only Eloise's fingerprints are found on the pistol. Verona thanks Adam for his care of her mother, who refused to move to the city. The agent informs him that Eloise was deceived online. The cyber department told her that these scammers have been operating for 2 years, but their names are still unknown. Even if they were caught, it's unlikely they would be brought to court. Even a mediocre lawyer would say that the elderly woman agreed to transfer the money to a stranger herself. Adam says that Eloise was the only one who cared about him. Returning to the apiary, the man calls his former colleague in a secret organization called the Beekeepers. This organization fights against criminals with whom it is difficult to fight by legal means. Although Adam has retired, he asks to find for him the names and address of the organization sending out malicious messages. Then Adam arrives at the office of the fraudulent call center with 2 canisters of gasoline. To the security guards who meet him, he says that they work for a criminal organization. They refuse to let the beekeeper through and attack him. Adam, a skilled fighter, deals with them almost effortlessly and moves forward into the building. He tells the scammers from the call center to evacuate because he is going to burn their office down. Mickey sends more guards, but none of them can handle the fighter beekeeper. The manager runs out of the building along with everyone else. After thoroughly dousing everything with gasoline, Adam explodes the criminal place. Mickey calls his boss named Derek Danforth the main office in Boston. He reports the attack on the call center by an unknown person and that all cameras and records were burned. Learning in the cloud the addresses of their last deceived clients, the criminals arrive at Eloise's house. They recognize the old pickup that came to their now-destroyed office. Hearing shots, Adam prepares for an attack. For camouflage, he turns on all the noisy equipment available. Stealthily approaching and using makeshift means in the barn, the beekeeper eliminates the arriving armed criminals one by one. He leaves Mickey alive, then leaves, setting the barn on fire. On the bridge, Mickey calls Derek to tell about the beekeeper. Suddenly appearing, Adam eliminates him and tells Derek over the phone that he is coming for him. Having visited the site of the call center office explosion, as well as finding a badge of one of their employees at the site of her mother's burn barn, Verona realizes that this is the work of the beekeeper who decided to restore justice. Her colleague, Matt Wiley, learns that Adam never used credit cards, never flew on airplanes. There are no fingerprints of him in the database, only a birth certificate. At a gas station, Adam is unexpectedly attacked by a new beekeeper, his replacement. He successfully defends himself against this assailant. Arriving at the blown-up gas station, Verona realizes that Adam is heading to Boston. Using the fingerprint of the attacking beekeeper, Adam enters her base and tracks Mickey's phone line. He discovers the address of the main office of the scammers, which oversees the regional call centers. Verona asks the CIA deputy director for special forces to detain Adam. Although she justifies his actions, she cannot break the law, as she has taken an oath. In Boston, the beekeeper approaches the arriving special forces and tells them to call the firefighters because it's going to be hot. He warns that he does not want innocent people to get hurt. The law enforcement officers unsuccessfully try to detain Adam, but he neutralizes all of them while keeping them alive. In the corridors of the main office of the scammers, the beekeeper eliminates the Navy SEALs hired by the company for private security. From one of the managers, he learns about their boss Derek, who turns out to be the son of the President of the United States. Derek hides in his mother's country estate, whose election campaign he sponsored with illegally obtained money. Verona arrives at the estate, but Adam is already there, disguised as one of the guards. The beekeeper eliminates one of the vehicle inspectors and enters the courtyard with everyone. There, he changes into a suit, attaches explosives to one of the cars, and enters the house, where he greets Verona. Adam is detained, but he remotely detonates the car, then eliminates several mercenaries and escapes. The beekeeper eliminates everyone in his path to President Danforth's office, where Derek is hiding. He eliminates this criminal and escapes through the window. Verona allows him to escape. On the shore, Adam uncovers a prepared underwater suit and swims away from his pursuers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss out on new videos. Thanks for watching.